This video was sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier pays top dollar for your used iPhone. Get a quote, ship your phone, and get paid. It's that simple. What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar, from geeksterlabs.com. And today I have another review for you. This is a pair of headphones from Beats by Dre. And today we have the Solo 2 wireless Bluetooth on-ear headphones from Beats by Dre. And this is probably the newest pair of headphones from their line of headphones, now that they're under Apple's wing. So the version I have here is the black version, but it's also available in red, white, and blue as well. So before we get into talking about the headphones themselves, let me go ahead and show you what actually comes inside the box. Well, first we have the boring stuff, which is the user manual and warranty information that just goes inside here. There's also, I believe, a microfiber or cleaning cloth included. Next, we have the USB cable, and this is what you use to charge up the device because it is Bluetooth, so it is required to be powered up. So we have a nice micro USB to regular USB, nice solid red cable with some branding there. It has the Beats written on there, which is pretty nice. So that is included with the product as well. Of course, we need to have the control talk cable, which is what you use to plug in the headphones into your device. And this does also feature a microphone and a volume switch, so you can raise and lower the volume. You can answer phone calls. You can skip through tracks. On one end, we have a 90-degree plug, and on the other end, we have a straight plug as well. So this is pretty nice. If you have a case on your phone or your device, you shouldn't have any problems getting this cable to fit into there, the 90-degree angle end. So this is the control talk cable. Next, we have the soft pouch that you can use to protect your headphones, and if you want to put the headphones in your backpack or your bag or whatever, it's a nice big opening there, soft lining. There's no pockets or anything like that, but there's enough room for you to put the headphones plus the other cables that are included with it. And also they include a carabiner clip, so if you want to attach this to the pouch, you can do that as well, and maybe hook it to your backpack if you want to keep it on the outside of your bag. Alright, so now let's talk about the headphones themselves. So before we get into sound quality, let's discuss build quality and comfort. So when it comes to build quality, it's very similar to the traditional Beats by Dre headphones that they have on the market right now. They're mostly made of plastic. We have this nice high gloss finish, which looks pretty sharp, pretty nice. But the one thing I will say is that they are pretty much a fingerprint magnet because of that gloss finish. You can kind of see right there. If you touch it anywhere, your fingerprints will be all over it. So it does include a nice microfiber cleaning cloth if you want to wipe it down constantly. But I would prefer maybe more of a matte finish. And I think it's probably less obvious on the white version. If you have the black, I think the black or the red probably would be the most obvious to see all the fingerprints and such. But for the most part, they don't feel like they would break on you very easily. I'm not sure how long they would last you. They are completely just made of plastic, though. That's the one thing I prefer headphones to be, especially in this price range. I'd prefer them to be maybe a little bit more of a mixture of other materials, nicer materials like aluminum, metal, leather, things like that. For this, we pretty much only have the plastic. We have some silicone on the inside here for the band, and then we have some leatherette padded part for the earmuffs right here for the parts that are going to go on your ears. But they do fold up very nicely. They do travel very well. And so as far as build quality goes, I think they're pretty solid. Okay, like I said, I would when it comes to materials, they're a little bit lacking in my opinion. I would want something a little bit nicer. But when it comes to actually the build quality, they feel like they're pretty solid. They have a nice click to the snaps there. I don't think those would break very easily on you. They're pretty flexible and bendable, so you could probably just throw them in your bag, and you probably could be pretty tough with them, and I don't think they would break or anything like that very easily. So when we get to the bottom right here, we see that we do have there's a port right there for the headphones. You plug them in. That's where you plug into your device. On the other side right here, we have the port for the micro USB. And then we also have this button right here. This is what turns on the Bluetooth. So as you can see, when I press on this button right here, it has a nice little indicator showing you how many lights. So that's fully charged up and ready to go. So that lets you know about that. And then on the bottom right here, we have our other light to let you know that I am synced with my device. I am going to be doing a video on syncing Bluetooth headphones to devices. I've actually been getting a lot of questions about that lately on how exactly you do that. I guess some people just still have some issues with that as far as being able to sync Bluetooth with their computer or the devices. So I'll be having a video. If that's something you guys are interested in, keep a lookout on my channel. I'll be posting that video pretty soon. So when it comes to the controls on the headrest here, as you can see that all those fingerprints and such that kind of develop. So not that headrest, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. On this side right here, we have some controls built into the dial. So if you press the center of that, it will actually skip or play the song. You can double tap it to skip ahead. If you tap up or down, that raises and lowers the volume. and then that's pretty much the only options you have. So up and down, or hitting the middle one. And I'll also allow you to answer phone calls as well, and it'll pick up if you have the plug in there with the microphone. There is a built-in microphone in here as well. Where is it? Right about there. So that is the built-in microphone. So you don't have to use the cable to talk with this pair of headphones. You can just have them on your head. If you get a phone call, you answer right off the bat and press the button, and then you're good to go. But they do offer a pretty good battery life. I believe they last for 8 hours, or was it 12 hours or so on a full charge. So that should be long enough for you to be able to get, I've been using them at work, and I don't think I've had to charge them all that often. Maybe like every 3 days or so if I'm using it for long periods of time. It's pretty much what I've been noticing. Now, when it comes to comfort, I haven't experienced really too many issues with this pair of headphones. Keep in mind they are on-ear headphones, so they do rest directly on your ear, which sometimes can cause them to be a little bit hot, or can be having that pressure on your ears can bother you for long periods of time. I use these for a week at my job while listening to music and while working, and I did notice that I couldn't keep them on my ears for super long periods of time. Maybe three hours would probably be the max I would probably have to be able to keep it on my ears, because then eventually they'll start getting hot and it'll just be kind of uncomfortable. You got to take them off. But they're not tight on your head or anything at all. They have a really nice loose fit, so I don't think, and I have a pretty large head, so I think if you guys have a medium-sized head, you shouldn't have any issues as far as any kind of discomfort or not having to worry about them being too stressed on your head, because they're pretty loose and pretty flexible when it comes to the fit. So comfort-wise, they were pretty nice. So now that we talked about the build quality and comfort, let's get to the important factor, which is sound quality. Okay, now the main question I know that a lot of people are going to be asking me in the comment section is this. And, when it comes to Beats by Dre, everyone loves to hate on Beats by Dre just because they're such a big brand and their headphones are pretty expensive. And, there's either people that hate Beats by Dre or people that are in love with Beats by Dre and they love the brand itself. So the question I get the most when it comes to Beats by Dre is, and we'll talk about this pair of headphones in particular, does this pair of headphones sound bad? And the answer to that question that I have for you guys, and my answer to that question is no. They don't sound bad. I think the average person to put this pair of headphones on their head and listen to music would say that the audio sounds fine. And I think it does sound fine. It doesn't sound bad at all. I think that they're maybe more suited for pop music and things like music with a lot of bass, or music that's it's mostly focusing in the highs and the bass. It's really what this pair of headphones is kind of made for, that pop music. If you're the type of person that's really looking for a good pair of headphones for a variety of styles of music, I'm talking not just the louder music, but even quieter music, like jazz, classical, Latin music, things like that with lots of different instruments. This is not the pair of headphones that I would recommend for you. But that's probably that's not really what Beats by Dre is marketing their headphones. So they're marketing towards the younger crowd that listen to a lot of top 40 songs, which is a lot of hip hop, bass heavy music, rock music, alternative, things like that. So when it comes to that type of music, sure, they're fine. I wouldn't say that they sound bad. Now, here's the part where I have a caveat. Okay, this is the one place, is that they sound okay. Do they sound like a pair of $300 headphones? Absolutely not. Not even close. I would say, me personally, I would not even consider buying this pair of headphones for anything less than like $150. If you can get them for under $150, I'd say definitely go for it. There's plenty of other headphones on the market for $300 that are way better sounding than this pair of headphones. But we've come to expect this from Beats by Dre. They have their brand, their marketing. There's quite a bit of markup on those headphones just because of the way they advertise them and the way they tout them. It's not any different than the pair of Jordans that everyone loves to spend $200 on, which their pair of shoes that probably cost $30, $10, who knows how much it costs. So here's my answer to you guys. If you are a genuinely interested in good, solid sounding audio, that is your number one concern, I would not recommend this pair of headphones to you. Okay, like I said, for the price, unless you can get them for super cheap, and even then, there's other options that are cheaper than these right now that I would recommend you to go. I would not recommend you get this pair of headphones. If you are a fan of Beats by Dre and you just love the branding, and you're asking me if this pair of headphones sounds bad, no, they don't sound bad. Like I said, the average person, unlike myself, I listen to I listen to a new pair of headphones almost every week. So I have a lot of things to compare it to. The average person, they probably listen to 5 pairs of headphones their whole entire life, maybe. If they put them on their head, they probably think they sound great. And they don't sound bad. That's the point I'm trying to make. So those are the two places. If you're really looking for a good pair of headphones at $300, this is not the pair of headphones for you. If you are the person that's in love with Beats by Dre and you want to know, does this pair of headphones sound bad? No, they don't sound bad. They sound fine, especially if you listen to pop music and things like that. So that's pretty much where I stand when it comes to Beats by Dre. This is always a big debated thing, and I love seeing the comments in all my Beats by Dre videos. People calling me a Beats hater and things like that. I don't hate Beats by Dre. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. Like I said, I get to play with a lot of different pairs of headphones on a regular basis, so I know kind of what to expect when it comes to a $300 pair of headphones. Granted, they are Bluetooth, but when it comes to $300 pairs of headphones, there's a certain level I expect them to be at, and Beats by Dre is not quite there yet. And like I said, it's more of a general type of headphone for like pop music type of stuff, not really like all sorts of types of music with real nuance and things like that. So that's basically my long-winded explanation of what I think when it comes to audio quality for Beats by Dre. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. If you have any questions about this pair of headphones or anything that I've brought up in this video, please post those down below. I read each and every single one of all of my comments in all of my videos, and I'll always do my best to get back to you, usually within 24 hours. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to stay up to date with all of my content and my reviews, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, make sure you stop by geeksterlabs.com for the latest in tech news and video reviews. And I will see you in the next video review.